welcome back to my channel. I recently did a haul on my channel. It was my I'm on a no-buy haul. And in that haul, I had recently purchased the Zoya Summer Collection. And I asked you guys, do you wanna see a review of this? Is it too old? Is it outdated? Is nobody interested? And I had a surprisingly amount of people who were very interested in seeing a review of the Zoya Summer Collection. And so here we are, talking about Zoya and this fantastic summer collection. Let's jump in here. We have a lot of polishes to cover and a lot of ogling and oohing and awing and humming and hawing over these because they're amazing. I was a little bit taken aback by this collection because there were like two shades of pink that were almost identical. One of them being Birdie and the other one being Etsy. They look identical. But to the finely trained eye and the connoisseur of pink, you will realize that no, my dears, these are different. Let's talk about Birdie first. Birdie is a very saturated Barbie pink. Very saturated. I would almost dare say like a more of a magenta-y pink, and it is deep, it is dark, it is in your face. Now, comparing it to Etsy, Etsy is a lighter blue-toned bubblegum pink. So if you hold them up right close to each other and you take a really good look at them, this is where you can definitely tell like a blue-toned pink versus like a warmer pink.
The formula for Birdie is absolutely incredible. It is smooth and creamy, and just as you would expect from any Zoya formula, it is so incredibly easy to apply. It levels out really nicely. It dries to a beautiful glossy finish, and with Birdie in particular, I was able to get this one completely opaque in one thick coat. You could obviously apply a second coat if you wanted to, but I was perfectly good in one clean coat. Even though this polish does dry pretty glossy on its own, I added a glossy top coat just to keep things snazzy and snappy, and I love it. This is a beautiful polish.
And Etsy has an equally fantastic formula, which we will see now.
So once again, we have a beautiful cream formula from Zoya. So smooth and buttery, like it just glides so nice across the nail. Just like with Birdie, I only really needed one coat with Etsy. As usual, personal application is key on this one. If you apply more thickly, you'll probably only need just one coat, but if you work in thinner coats, then you'll definitely need two. It does have a nice glossy finish when it dries, but of course I wanted to jazz it up a little bit and add my own glossy topper to it, and it is stunning.
Next is another pink, and this is Winnie. So this pink, you can tell, is very different from the other two. This is Winnie, and she's a little bit lighter, so a little bit more pastel. This one I would consider more of like a truer, like Pepto-Bismol kind of pink. Gorgeous. I think she is so cute, and she has a very nice formula, just like the other pinks in this collection. Like, it's phenomenal. Just look.
So no surprises here. We have another amazing formula from Zoya. So smooth and creamy, applies effortlessly, looks fantastic. I got it completely opaque in one coat. Personal application will affect results on this one, but I love this. It's so amazingly cute. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but Zoya does dry remarkably quick. And this is just a perfect, like, out the door pink. Like, you're in a rush, you don't have much time, slap this baby on, and it's going to look amazing. So flawless.
Okay, so we're not done with the pinks. There's still lots more pinks to come. This one is called Sonia, and Sonia is kind of like a watermelon red. I don't necessarily think she fits quite well into this whole pink spectrum here, but she's gorgeous. Like, it is so vibrant and so strong and deep. Like, I love this color. I think this looks so flattering on long nails. There's just something about this.
So I'm gonna try not to repeat myself here on this one, but Sonia performs just like the other creams from this collection. Completely gorgeous, opaque in one coat, flawless application, beautiful glossy finish when it dries. This is probably going to become one of my favorite reds. Like, it is so like Zaza Zing, incredibly striking and bold. I love this polish. It is such a beautiful one, and the formula is fantastic. I just want to stare at it all day.
This next one that I have is called Mandy, and Mandy is another pink, but she's got a ton of like glass golden shimmer running through there. It is so beautiful. I love these like glassy shimmers that Zoya comes out with in the summertime, and they just look so gosh darn good on the toes. They are just vibrating. They're absolutely illuminating on your feet, and I love it.
All right, so here we go with Mandy. Mandy is a little bit on the jelly-ish kind of side, so it's a little bit on the sheer side. It does appear to be a little bit on the sheer side when you're applying it with that first coat, which can be a little bit disconcerting and a little bit disappointing because we got so used to those amazing creams. But honestly, with a second application, it completely becomes opaque. You have no problems with balding or any of those kind of issues. It becomes a pure opaque application in 2 coats, which is phenomenal. I do have a word of caution with these kind of shimmery polishes. They do get a little bit messy on removal, but I mean, we're used to that, right? It's totally worth it. Added a nice glossy topper to this one just to really bump up that shimmer, and oof, I love this one. It is so pretty and glowy and shimmery. Oh, it's so cute.
We're gonna stick in this kind of shimmery jewel toned like section that they have with this collection with this next polish, which is Journey. Journey is very, very close to Mandy, except instead of having pink, it's more red. So we're dealing with kind of a orangey apple red, but we've got tons of this shimmer thrown in here to make it so sparkly and just so elegant. I absolutely adore these, and they look good on the hands, but honestly for me, it's all about pedicures with these jewel tone shimmers. They look so incredibly good.
And here is how Journey applies. So just like with the other shimmers in this collection, it's a little bit sheer in that first coat, and I think that's just because of the kind of jelly nature of these polishes. So even though it is very sheer, it still applies really nicely, very smooth, very evenly. It doesn't skip that much, so long as you have a decent amount of polish on your brush. Now, I did have to do 2 coats to get full opaque coverage, not only because it helped kind of reach opacity, but it also helped darken the color, which I really, really appreciated. So I was good with 2. Some people might need 3 depending on their application style, but I was good in 2. And of course, I had to add a lovely glossy topper to it to make it super, super shiny and delicious. I really like this one too. This one's really fun. It looks so good on the toes. It's amazing. You need to have this one.
The other shimmer in the collection is River, and River is amazing. This one is probably one of my favorites from this collection because it is so gosh darn dramatic. I love it. It is a deep cerulean blue, and you put it on your toes and it's like you have sapphires on your toes. It is so pretty. I just love this so much.
The formula for River is absolutely amazing. It is very, very similar to the rest of the shimmers in this collection, so we're looking at about a 2 to 3 coat polish depending on how you apply it. So it is going to look a little bit on the sheer side in that first coat, but again, it depends on if you apply thickly or thinly. But I was totally cool in 2 coats. I thought it was absolutely stunning. This one definitely takes your breath away when you have it on your nails. I think it looks so good on your toes too. I will say that this one is probably the messiest to remove, not only because of all those shimmers, but because of the blue factor. I did not have any staining with this particular color, but I did have about 2 coats of base coat on there because I figured it was going to be a stainer. So be careful with this one, it might stain, but it is totally worth it because look at that shimmer and shine. It's so pretty. I love this one. Oh, so pretty.
Okay, this next one that I have from the Zoya Summer Collection is Lois, and Lois is a very mid-toned purple, just like your classic like bullseye purple. It is very creamy, it is very smooth, very, very sophisticated and summery without being in your face. Like, I feel like this is a very nice kind of a summer hint without being like, blam, it's summertime, let's get our neons, let's get our super, super brights. Like, it's just a really, 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 really subtle, sophisticated summer color.
And there should be no surprise that Lois is a 1-coater cream. I just adore this formula. I know I've said this so many times in this video, but cream formulas from Zoya are absolutely fantastic. And this polish is absolutely no exception to that rule. It is a great 1-coater cream. Again, perfect for if you're heading out the door and you don't really have enough time to sit down and do your nails properly. The Zoya formula applies so quickly and so effortlessly, and on top of that, it dries ridiculously fast. Of course, I added a glossy topper to it just to really enhance the shine, but oh, Look at it. It's gorgeous.
Next, we have a really cute peach. This one is called Sawyer, and I wasn't necessarily on board with this one. I was seeing a lot of swatches of it. I'm like, well, it's kind of cute, but I don't really know. It wasn't until I got it in my hands and I actually looked at it in the bottle that I'm like, nope, this is a gorgeous color.
And once again, we have a fantastic cream from Zoya, except we're dealing with this adorable peaches and cream kind of soft cantaloupe orange that is so incredibly amazing. I was happy with one thick coat, but again, you might need to do second coats if you need to, but definitely no more than 2 coats because this polish is extremely opaque, even though it is kind of a lighter pastel color. Gorgeous. I definitely added a glossy topper just to enhance the shine, but this one just melts my heart. This one is so precious.
This next one is, I love this one. This one is probably, again, like in my top 3 of this whole collection. This is Cora, and Cora is a beautiful coral that will steal your heart the second you get her in your hands. It is a very strong orange coral. There is not a whole lot of pink going on in here, but there's still a hint of it to give you a nice corally kind of feel. I just enjoy a really banging coral, and this one is fantastic.
So surprise, surprise, formula's fantastic. I'm not going to show very much of Cora just because it is very similar to the rest of the creams we've had in this collection. So to sum it up, smooth application, got it opaque in 1 coat, but that may vary depending on personal preference. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Add a topper, you know what to do. Zoya, you've done it again. Amazing polish.
Now this last one is a wild card for me. This one is Arbor. I was very, very hesitant about Arbor. Arbor is a lightened olive green, so it's kind of pastel. I'm not a huge fan of olive greens. However, I've been really getting into them lately. I wanted to pick up Arbor because I knew the formula was going to be spot on. It was going to be a fantastic Zoya formula, and if it's in a color that I'm not quite excited about, it might convince me to maybe experiment a little bit more with olive greens.
I love this polish. It is so pretty, and I think a lot of it is because of the formula. The formula is such an easy application, and the color just doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. I thought I was gonna have big problems with this color, but it is so pretty, and that Zoya formula makes it even more gorgeous. I really do enjoy this a whole lot. I'm excited to wear this one as we transition into the fall. This definitely makes me want to have more olive greens in my collection because it's so pretty looking. It is so pretty.
So that's the Zoya summer collection. I loved this collection. It's a great transitional collection into summer. I feel like it's really awesome for like solid in the middle of summer, but then you've got these darker jewel tones that will help pull you into the fall as well. If I can only say one thing about Zoya, it's that their formulas are top drawer. They have amazing formulas. You are guaranteed to have a fantastic nail polish experience regardless of the color, just because the formula is that good. So what are your thoughts about this collection? What did you guys think? Do you have favorites from this collection? Because I certainly do. I really loved River, Cora, and probably Birdie is my other like favorite from this collection. They're so good, but honestly, they're all fantastic. They're all like home runs, 4 stars, 2 thumbs up. You'd be happy with any of these polishes because they're just so beautiful. But that is my video for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!